This season, when giving from the heart, be smart. Let's welcome our esteemed guest, Mark Hammond, South Carolina's Secretary of State, who's here to share more on a new app and tips to keep you safe from scammers during the holidays. Great to have you with us.
It's good to be here. Thank you for your invitation, and thank you for caring about our charitable donors.
Absolutely, and there's so many here with such a giving heart, but it's easy to be taken advantage of, and you've put certain things in place in order to keep people safe. First, let's talk about the app if we could. I downloaded it. Very easy to use. What is it called?
Well, South Carolina ranks in the top half of the country when it comes to charitable giving. That's why we receive so many solicitations, because they know we're good people and we want to help others. I want to have the Secretary of State's office be a resource to our charitable donors. So we developed a free app that you can download through Google Play and the App Store. Once you download it, if you receive a solicitation, say on a street corner, a telephone call, you can pull that app up on your phone, check the charity out, make sure that it's registered, see how much was donated, how much was spent, and the most important thing is to see what percentage is going to the charitable programs.
And it's incredibly how up to date it is.
It's current, yes.
Yes.
It's up to date as we speak, and we, each year charities have to file either an annual report or 990 with us, and once we receive that, we program that into our database, and that information is available to our charitable donors.
All right, so you can go onto Google Play or the App Store. It's Give Smart SC. That's the app. Download it for free. It's wonderful help. You're also the administrator of South Carolina's Solicitation of Charitable Funds Act, and it regulates charitable funds in the state of South Carolina. So maybe you could tell us a little bit more about how that works.
Well, if you form a nonprofit here in the state of South Carolina and you would like to ask for contributions and you're not exempt like a religious organization, you must register in the Secretary of State's office. We have over 17,000 charities registered here in South Carolina. Wow. Each year you will have to register, pay a $50 fee, and at the end of your fiscal year you file either the annual report or the 990 with us, and that's where we get the information that we share with our charitable donors.
Now, for people who, say, are walking into a store, and we tend to see the Salvation Army always there with the bell ringers, and it's a wonderful sight to behold, and if you can even put in a dime or a dollar into the bucket, it makes you feel good. But there are so many people out there who are trying to scam the public. Now, I imagine if you find them in strange places that you have to kind of question why they're there. But besides using the app, are there any sort of inherent tips that people can use their sixth sense
when
to stay away from
you receive
those
a solicitation, the first thing that you should ask is, are you a professional fundraiser calling on behalf of this organization? Usually professional fundraisers receive 85% of the monies they collect, and the other 15% may go toward the charity. There's usually other expenses involved. So if they have a tremendous amount of money that they spend on fundraising, chances are very little is going to the charitable purpose. We have a confidential complaint form that we're going to put on our app, and we currently have on our website. And if you feel uncomfortable about a solicitation, if you feel like this person or this organization may not be legit, we ask you to file a confidential complaint or call the Secretary of State's office, and we'll be glad to take a look at that organization. Last year we collected $650,000 in fines from charitable organizations for not being in compliance with the Solicitation of Charitable Funds Act. And wouldn't we much rather that money go to help those in need?
Oh, very interesting. And are they supposed to typically, if they're, say, out on the street, do they have to be a card carrier? Do they have to have some sort of documentation, an ID, to let you know that they're signed up with the state and everything's copacetic?
No, they don't. A lot of them will have a flyer. A lot of people on the street are individuals soliciting for themselves. But if they are on the street corner, I would ask if they have some information, if they have a flyer, and I would check either through my app now or contacting the Secretary of State before I would give to them.
Absolutely, yeah. So that app, again, it comes in handy, and you can take it wherever you go. Now, you also recognize angel organizations. Tell us more about angel organizations and how those are distinctive from other charitable organizations.
This was the 25th year that we made our angels announcement, and it's something that I really enjoy. we have wonderful organizations here in South Carolina. So we start at 80% and above going toward the charitable purpose. I personally have recognized over 250 angel organizations since I have been Secretary of State. But to be an angel, again, you must be in compliance with the Solicitation of Charitable Funds Act. You must devote 80% or more towards your charitable purpose. You must use volunteers, and you must be in existence for 3 years or more. And we like to recognize those organizations and the work that they do. It's very difficult because we have so many great organizations. I could recognize 10 wonderful organizations that help law enforcement or veterans, but we try to pick organizations from throughout the state with different charitable purposes, and it's been very good to give those organizations the recognition, and it's helped many of them. They also use a lot of volunteers.
Yes, absolutely, and volunteers, everybody needs volunteers here in South Carolina as well. Secretary Hammond, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and again, with Giving Tuesday in our wake, it behooves all of us to make sure that we do our due diligence. Social media is out there as well, so make sure that you do your research if you question a charitable organization out there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Great to have you. We're back after this.